All right, this is going to get interesting, guys. Kyle Peterson, he has been speaking about the Powertown controversy. And, I agree with him. Brian thinks he's just like spewing stuff for the sake of spewing stuff. But I will say this,
keep going.
We've been talking about Powertown, and, I've been, if anybody of the three, I've been like the anti-Powertown, even though I'm not anti-Powertown. Brian's been kind of on the other side because, like he said, he's invested emotionally with TNA, with his friends, and Mark's kind of the middleman. But I will say, after this, I'm going off the rails because Greg Gagne, he was on some podcast, and he's just, Greg, I know he's going to listen to this or it's going to get back to him. He's just so full of shit. I don't know if he's saying lies or he's misinformed. I don't know what is coming out of his mouth, but is untrue, whether it be on purpose not true or just he doesn't have the right information. So we do have some footage of Greg on this podcast that he did, and I think we should play some clips.
To move some partners out, they were historians and collectors. They didn't see the big picture. The first 6 we came out with, we made 10,000 units, and it was pre-sales. Sold them all out. We sold them for $79.95. I said, well, guys, these are all flying out the door. We went online. It was collectors that were buying them all up. We didn't know who was buying them. Now they're putting them online, 150 up to 2,500 that people are paying for those.
Hold on a second. Hold on. A couple things here. You didn't know who was buying them? Oh my God, the collectors were buying them? No shit, Greg. Who else would be buying them?
Right. What the narrative of the starting of this company was that they realized there's a collector market and you could sell classic stars.
Guys, those prices are fantasies.
First of all,
prices were never $79.95 on their website. Like, what are you talking about?
And maybe on the resale value, some went for $150.
Or
none of them went for $2,500.
When they first came out, we're going on like 2 years ago now, right? Like, and people were like, "Oh shit, these are really nice figures." There was a big secondary market.
Yes,
for them.
But $2,500. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't think a set of Powertowns has ever gone for that much ever.
$2,500. I don't think any of the prototypes ever surfaced. There's nothing that.
No, there's nothing. Yeah.
And, he talked about 10,000 units. I saw a lot of talk about this online. I do believe that's accurate. I do believe that's 10,000 total
units. Was what I'm assuming.
Even I'm counting even like the screw-ups that we found. I do believe that to be true.
Right.
So that I think people are thinking they made 10,000 Verns. No, they didn't make 10,000 Verns. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me.
Yeah, there's no way it's per guy.
Yeah, I would say the total run. So that is, I would say, believable. But the prices that he's just talking about right now are just fantasy. Let's go, D.
2,500 that people were paying for those. Remco and Hasbro and all the other companies said we had the best product on the market. Each mold is different. Our body types are done one at a time. Everybody said we had the best product they've ever seen on the market, but we weren't making any money on it. But now we have some other people on board from Remco, from Hasbro, from a couple other companies. They're helping us.
Hold on, stop this again. They bought the Remco trademark, right?
Yes.
They're like, Remco was not a company that said you're doing a good job. They bought it. Am I incorrect?
It's not an
here?
active company to be like, wow, you're doing a great job, Greg. Here's our license.
Am I incorrect here, D? D, pop in here for a second. We don't need D, what's going on? Was Remco an active company?
No, not before Relativity Worldwide got involved. No.
Yeah, no way.
So how could Remco be saying you have the best figures out there? They're Remco.
I mean, maybe he thinks that they never went out of business, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
And okay, all right. And maybe someone from Hasbro did say they're the best figures. Who am I to say they didn't say that?
Right.
But I do want people to know that Remco was not an active company until Relatively Worldwide.
The statement makes no sense.
Bought it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could have meant some person who used to work at Remco.
Okay, true.
Or he could have just been completely mistaken and thought some person worked for Remco.
It could have been Jazz. He could have got a company mixed up. Sure.
Also, with the headroom on this, can you just point your camera down a little bit?
Headroom makes it. This is like I didn't listen to the whole interview, but the first 5 minutes is Powertown talk. If you want to dive, deep into this, but I shoot, snort, laughed, and LOL'd while doing my business, watching this several times in that 5 minutes. It's asinine.
They're helping us out a lot. They're doing some fundraising right now. Once that's in, we're going to explode. We've already got deals with Target and Walmart. If everybody will have.
They have deals with Target and Walmart?
I pray that's true. I pray that's
That'd
true.
be news to fucking me. And honestly, I cannot say that they do or don't. I would be shocked if they did. Now, Kyle Peterson also said this. They do have all the clothing lines, the towels. Maybe there's a Don Leo Jonathan t-shirt coming to Target. Maybe. I don't know. I don't see a world where there's Powertown wrestling figures on the shelves at Target or Walmart, but I hope I'm wrong about that because I would love to see it. I just don't see that happening.
I got nothing. Like I said, I doubt that's true. I pray I'm wrong.
And Walmart. If everybody would have just a few patience in the next month or two, it's going to explode. I was in charge of the talent, and I have over almost 250 signed. Hopefully, this thing works. Right now, we've got 2 sets that are being held in China with the tariffs. We can't get them out of there. If we do, we're going to lose almost $50 per action figure. They won't release them to us, and they want us to pay
again. What? That doesn't even make any sense. They won't release them because you don't have the money to pay for them.
And the tariffs are on a pause, and they're about as low as they're ever going to be. They're only going to go up, if anything, right?
No factory, and Kyle Pearson also said, no factory just wants product in their warehouse. The reason they're not releasing them is not because of tariffs, because you're not paying for them. So Kyle made this point. If they're waiting in that warehouse and Powertown doesn't pay, this factory is just going to unload them for on those discount websites like Temu and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
And then us as the customers who pre-ordered are FUCKED'd.
I don't know if that's exactly how that.
Yes.
I've never heard of such a situation, so I don't even know how it would play out. Right?
Well, I mean, if you don't pay, if you're not paying for them, and they're just sitting in this warehouse,
they're going to sell.
They want to make their money. They want to make some money on these things.
Whew.
Keep going, D.
They won't release them to us, and they want us to pay all this ridiculous money.
Yeah,
we're getting some heat though on Instagram, but we're doing the best we can, and we will get them their figures. We will get them their figures if they're just patient here. Just be patient.
All right, we've been patient for 2 fucking years, Greg. Don't nonchalantly come here. I think this is the problem. You can't. They just added gasoline to this fire because they're not.
This thing was a match, and Greg just fucking.
Because they're not saying shit to the customers. They're not being transparent or at all communicating at all. And then Greg just does, just be patient. Like, what?
I think one of the biggest issues about this whole thing is how a matter of fact he is, what he's saying. He's not saying, oh, I think this is what, he's saying this is what's going on. And then even, up front with the fake numbers that aren't real, he's so certain of this. And then it just adds to it. It's it's compacting this slap in the face, fantasy logistics and numbers. And then he tells you, just be patient. They're sitting because they're tariffed.
My guess, by the way, is, and this is sort of the situation with the Hulkster and these guys who would say random things in interviews. I just don't think they comprehend
how many people are saying this?
Yes.
Or how much information is on the internet and the people are smarter than you, Greg?
He's like, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I'm just going to say some things because who's going to see this? That's what they're thinking. Hulk he can say he never slammed Andre before because he's like, who's going to dispute that? Well, I'll tell you, everyone who's breaking down every word that you said every time you speak.
Well, I've been waiting almost 20 years to say this to Greg Gagne. You motherfucking son of a bee. Okay? Because that's what he used to say when he showed us his little slap punch in Deep South when he was our coach. And we never understood why saying motherfuck was fine, but he censored the son of a bee. And it's nonsense, you know. He was not qualified for that job 20 years ago, and I don't think he's too qualified for this one 20 years later.
Whoa,
so.
that was stiff.
And I'm sure
was-
I'm sure this is gonna get me heat with Greg Gagne, but like Greg, you owe me hundreds of dollars, and you owe a lot of fans hundreds of dollars, and we have, I think, the right to hear what the hell's going on with our money. It's just delay after delay. You can pre-order Ultra Series 2 currently. Like what? Like I thought these pre-orders were supposed to end.
You can if you want to get in on this fun, guys.
So what's going on here, guys? Like
If you want them to owe you money,
Yeah.
join now.
I'm getting so frustrated. And I texted Steve Rosenthal yesterday. I said, Steve, Greg Gagne is full of shit and should not be allowed to do any press. And I said the interview, said, this is a joke. Like, Power Town needs to fucking...
That's bad.
Did he respond?
He did. I'm not going to read... I don't like reading people's responses.
Yeah, it's a personal message. We can't.
Yeah, I can say what I said.
Man, holy shit.
Power Town
a mess.
needs to
It's a mess.
fucking... I think not even put out some bullshit press release. I think they need to get on a camera and fucking and speak. Maybe do an interview with us. They need to do something. They owe a lot of people a lot of money.
I mean,
and
the
then-
Remcos are how old now? A year and a half pre-order?
I think do an interview with Kyle Peterson.
I would love that.
TNAs are almost a year and a half. And I think the Series 2 just came up on a year.
Yeah. So listen, I know delays happen. It happens to us. Shit happens. Mix-ups happen. We'll talk about mix-ups we had at our factory.
Yeah,
Our head,
we have
you know,
great news.
shit happens. We got it. But like the lack of communication is I think what's really stirring the pot here. And then Greg just, like I said, just dumps gasoline onto this fire. And maybe Power Town does say something this week. Who knows? We're recording this Monday. Pod drops Friday. Who knows? Maybe they drop something.
And then put that last Rocco and Dan quote up there, Mark. I think that's also should be said. Like a Hogan lie is like, you know, I went to Japan on so many tours. I lived more days than any other man, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no harm in that. Yeah. Like Power Town, Greg's lying here. Like they have people's money
Right.
for a year and a half now. So there's difference in like the harmlessness of it, right?
Sure. Yeah. I was just explaining the mentality. Like, why would they do this? Because they don't think it's going anywhere.
My gut, and this is not the truth. This is not a fact. This is my opinion. What I think is happening. I think they do not have the money to pay for these figures.
I mean, but he kind of says that. He said he doesn't want to pay for the tariffs. Well, those are only going to go up.
Well, I don't want to pay them either.
No toy company does.
I don't want to pay them either.
Another funny tidbit about this. Now we're really just egging it on here, but the host of this thing, I'm like watching him as Greg's talking. He's like, and then I'm like, my wheels are spinning. Like, does this guy know he's full of shit? Is he a collector? And then he gets into it. He's like, yeah, I'm an adult collector. So he's really just being a fucking baby face going like, what
Damn.
the fuck are you talking about, Greg?
But it wasn't a figure interview. It was just interview with Greg.
No. But he had says that like with a follow-up question. So I was like, oh, that's so good.
And to put things into perspective, right? So this interview that he did came out like a couple of weeks ago, but nobody knew about it.
Because it's not a toy thing. It's
Right.
The podcast is about territory wrestling. So
Right. And as of now, and this, like I said, a couple weeks ago, it only has 175 views.
Oh boy! Wow.
Right. And it's from 3 weeks ago.
Oh wow. Okay, so we really blew this thing up.
So I don't know who found it. I don't know if it was Kyle Peterson or somebody told Kyle Peterson. But like, you can't, like Mark said, you don't know where things are going. People are going to find it. And we found it.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
And I'm challenging. And listen, I love Magnum. I like Steve. I'm challenging them.
Oh,
to,
Steve and Magnum have been nothing but cool as shit to us ever,
Yes.
and helpful. And honestly, when Matt and I reach out, very honest, and certainly not full of shit. This situation is a little different.
I just hope that they put something out this week that really gives some fucking answers or apologizes or something. But
And I'll say, like every time we talk about this, we'll be doing this all over again because I feel like this stuff is going to come out and it's going to be great, right? And this is going to be the roller coaster ride of being a Power Town collector, you know.
Right.
And if they do come out, I will say, based on what they put out, I do think the figures will be excellent.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to just be, it's like literally being in an abusive relationship. It's just like a cycle.
I just don't know how they think they could ever ask for people's money ever again.
In a pre-order model.
In a pre-order.
I think that to save what they have going on, they need this stuff to come out and it needs to be rocking. And then, you're right. I think they have to somehow like self-fund another set and put it up when it's ready and sell it, and not take people's money. It's like a
I'll
bank.
tell you what, they won't be getting my
Shitty
money.
bank.
Yeah.
They won't get a cent from me. I'll tell you that.
And also, still not ready to say those TNA figures suck.
No, dude.
No,
everything
that's in progress. Those were work in progress.
Everything they've ever made has been sick, and I feel like if it was a joke, like some Rush collectible shit, we wouldn't even be having this talk, right?
Right.
This wouldn't even be a 20-minute thing on the show. It'd be a 2-second thing on the show. We laugh about and move on. But that's the problem.
Join the community at MajorMarks.com and get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes footage, and become a member of the Major family.
You get bonus episodes on our careers, wrestling figure history, and exclusive interviews with our friends and legends in the business each month.
You also get early access to YouTube videos and, of course, the weekly podcast ad-free and breaking news updates.
Brand new shows featuring
Oh, baby.
and you. Each month, you can interview someone in the wrestling business with the Captain's Log.
Also, buy, sell, and trade in our exclusive Facebook community where people have become friends in real life.
Certain memberships include merch like monthly trading cards and quarterly mystery gifts.
Become a Major Mark and join MajorMarks.com today.